All right, everybody, welcome to game one of the Ed Horvath tournament in Medicine Hat. Not sure what we're up to at the moment. Oh, maybe a fastest skating competition. Yeah, some sort of fastest skater before game one. Once we get to the game, though, the Riot are wearing their home dark jerseys, the Lethbridge Rattlers in their bright yellow and blue. So Riot has selected Cambry Santamirski and Eva Heinz as their two skaters. I think there might be some candy on the line for this. All right, first skaters are ready, or maybe they both go at the same time. Nope, first skaters are off. Pretty even at the half. I see they have to hand a ring over. Cambry will take that ring. She's off, has the lead. Here she goes behind the net. Crossing center, still has that lead. Behind the net. There we go, the Riot with a win with their two skaters. Nicely done, Eva and Cambry. All right, so at this tournament, they're going to be playing 4 10-minute quarters instead of 2 20-minute halves. Same amount of gameplay, essentially. They just get a little extra break in between the 2 10s to head back to the bench for a chat with the coaches. And we're off. Ava, Nayeli, and Drew are out up front. Georgia and Saleha are on D. And of course, Everly is in that net. Nayeli will pick that ring up. Off she goes. Pass up to Ava. Ava has Nayeli in front of her. Into that front, takes a shot, deflected in front. Rattlers bring it out. Off of a stick, though, doesn't make it across the line. Loose ring. Ava picks it up. Slides it ahead to Nayeli. Nayeli with a shot, again deflected in front. This time the goalie will pick it up, throw it out. And pass it up to the neutral zone. Got stuck on her stick there. Ava up to Sierra. The Riot making their change. Claire and Sierra are out, joined by Lily. Claire's pass up goes off of a Rattler's skate. Lily picks it up, slides it across the line back to Claire. Claire trying to cut in front, nothing there. Behind the net she goes. Has Sierra trailing behind her. Shot goes wide. Lily picks up the loose ring. Comes out front, takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Rattlers cross 2 lines. Picked up by Eva. Eva, Lily's direction, gets past her. Eva, they were there to check it into the zone and pick up that loose ring. Not quite. Pinned deep in the Rattlers' end, though. That will be a Riot ring. Changes coming for both sides. 7:49 to play in the first quarter. First game of the tournament is being played at the Big Marble Go Center, which is a beautiful facility, multi-purpose facility, gyms, pools, rink, as Alberta likes to do. All right, pass over to Nayeli off the board. She gathers it up, in close. Save made. Nobody there to cover on that side. Rattlers bring it out. Cambry put some good pressure on, though. Rattlers turn it over. Georgia with the ring, up towards Layton. Off of a stick. Rattlers trying to bring it back in. They get it in, but Cambry sends it out. Up to Layton. Nope, Rattlers with it. Now Nayeli into Layton. She's going to try and get a shot. She takes a shot. Nice save by the goalie. Rebound picked up by the Rattlers into the neutral zone. Addie over on that side with Saleya. Claire back out. Has Ava and Drew. Pass ahead to Ava. She's heading towards the net. Claire with the ring. Cuts in front. Goal number 1. So that'll be Claire. Pass it into Ava. Back to Claire. The first goal of the tournament. 1-0 for the Riot. 6:34 to go in the first quarter. Rattlers will make one last change. Oh, that's a penalty coming. Ava heading to the box for tripping. Kind of swung towards the stick, ended up getting a skate. Can't disagree with that. It's all right. 6:27 left in the first. Again, Ava heads to the box for tripping. Just getting this penalty up on the board. They do, and we're off. Cambry putting pressure on that side. Drop pass. Nice backhand, but it goes very high of the net. Cycling around. Oh, that's a goal. Everly got a piece of it, but snuck past her. That will bring an end to Ava's penalty. Back to 5-on-5 with 6:05 left in the first quarter. 1-1. Ava looking for a shot or a pass. Cuts in. Nope. Gets a shot. Gets a reset. Ends up with the ring. Drops it for Claire. Claire takes a shot. Goes high. Claire has that ring behind the net, though. Brings it out. Cuts through. Another shot. Another save. Goalie will hold that for 5. We get a whistle. Riot ring. Another change for both teams. Lily drops for Sierra. Sierra. Pass in front. Didn't quite make it to Nayeli. Pass off the boards by the Rattlers. Saleha sends it back across the line to Nayeli. Nayeli down on her knees, trying to get back up. She gets that pass ahead, though. Doesn't quite connect with Sierra. Pass back in by the Rattlers. Saleha there, coming down. Whoa, all right, checked away just in time. Lost that ring. Everly picks it up. Leaves it behind the net for Saleha. Doesn't quite get there in time. She now does. Pass into the neutral zone. Rattlers with it. Checked away there. Georgia tries to get it ahead. To Nayeli. She's taken down. That's a whistle, goalie ring, crease violation. All right, back come the Rattlers. Addie fighting for that ring, though. Gets tossed back across the blue line. George is there with it. Skates it out. Has it checked off her stick. Returns the favor. Charlie gets it just across. Goes off of a skate, off the boards. Bounces around. Charlie picks it up again. Passes it ahead to Claire. She gets a nice pass across to Layton. Layton gets a shot. Gets a reset. Went off the goalie's pads. Claire with the loose ring. No shot there. She heads behind the net. Lots of time. Thinks about cutting through. Tries to get a pass through to Layton. Loose ring in front. Shot there by Layton. Goalie tosses that high. Rattlers push it into the neutral zone. Claire picks up that pass. Straight ahead to Ava. Ava in. That's a goal. No defender there, so she just headed straight to the net for goal number 2 for the Riot. 2:39 remaining in the first quarter. 2-1. Eva there, cuts in front, heading out with it. Pass to Drew. Rattlers come out with it. Pass in front. Shot sails high. Cambry with it, protecting that ring. She goes down, but gets it out of the zone. Rattlers bring it back in. No shot there. Drop pass, run into each other. It's a little messy out there. All right, Eva with it. She just decides to dump it down 2 lines. Drew and Chase. Riot gets a change. Georgia goes down, but still stops the ring in the neutral zone, although the Rattlers pick it up. Claire with a nice check. Ends up with the ring, gets it across the blue line, up to Sierra. Sierra slides that ring in front to Claire. She has it, but gets a little too tight into the net. Turns back, pass back to Sierra. Sierra leaves it for Claire. Claire takes a long shot, gets a reset. Rebound was there, but the Rattlers pick it up. Lead pass in. Claire will be there, though. Loud crash, but no penalty. Oh, no. Bodies flying. That comes into the crease. Everly will pick it up. She's going to hold that for 5. They can regroup. 29.1 seconds left in the first. They will change it up. Out comes Eva, Addie, Nayeli, Charlie, and Layton. Interference call coming to the Rattlers, number 26. 18.7 seconds. That'll send the ring down to the other end. Hopefully for the remaining 18 seconds of the quarter. All right, Layton over Nayeli. Shot from the side, saved by the goalie. She's going to just take the 5 count. Something in Alberta about them putting the ring on top of the net gets a whistle right away instead of waiting for the 5. Might have been better to wait for that 5 to use up those seconds, but ring loose in front, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. All right, here we go with quarter number 2. Another 10 minutes on the clock. The Rattlers still will be shorthanded for another minute 40 or less. Pass into Charlie. Charlie comes out front. Over to Nayeli. Loose ring. Rattlers come away with it. Number 8 with it. Takes the backhand. Went off of Everly or the goal. Gets a reset. Drop pass. Nobody there. Nayeli will pick that up. Off the boards to Layton. Has Charlie on the other side. Charlie tries to cut through. Ring still loose. Off the boards. Cambry shuffles that across the line. Whistle goes. They're saying she dragged it across. Rattlers ring. All right, Rattlers in front. Backhand goes high off the crossbar. Everly. Up to Ava. To Eva. Just about back to Ava. I think that's over the line with it, or touched on both sides, so that will be a Riot ring. Drew and Ava out with Claire. Cam and Eva on D. 8:07 left in the second quarter. 2-1 Riot. All right, that ring comes out into the neutral zone. Rattlers pass in front, taken away by Eva. Eva up to the neutral zone. Rattlers bring it back out. Rattlers behind the net. Pass across the front, picked up by Ava. Ava gets it up to Drew. Drew loses the ring in the neutral zone. Checked away there by Claire. Claire circles back. Off the far boards to Ava, or Cambry, sorry. Has Ava with her as well. Drew up front, Nayeli just coming in. Nayeli with the ring. Cuts in front, gets a shot, saved. Nayeli across to Drew. Drew backhand, goes high. All right, penalty coming to Nayeli. Tripping or hooking, hard to say. Rattlers with it in the neutral zone. If they get it up there, they'll be able to put 4 in. Get a pass across, shot goes wide. Riot stabs that ring, whistle will start. I think that was the signal for hooking. We'll just see here. 6:27 left in the second quarter. 2-1 Riot. And yes, indeed, a hooking penalty for Nayeli. 2 minutes or less. Ava putting pressure on there. Gets a shot, saved by Everly. Saleha fighting for it. She comes out of that pile with it. Although up into the neutral zone. Rattlers now with it. Pass comes in. Gets a backhand. Oh, up in the top corner. Hard to say from here if Everly got a piece of it or not. Saw her Keeley go up, but too far to tell. That'll make the score 2-2. Penalty ends. 5:44 left in the second. Lethbridge, pass in front, taken away by Cambry. Cam protects and turns. Up towards Lily. Lily puts it in towards Sierra. Sierra with the ring. Turns the net but has it checked off. Makes it across 2 lines. Although they're saying it was touched, but that doesn't matter because we're coming back the other way. Goes off of Cam's skate. Rattlers will bring it out. Nayeli overskates it. All right, now picked up by Nayeli in the neutral. Up to Sierra. She's got a bit of a break. Backhand between the legs. That's a goal for Sierra, surely. Making the score 3-2 with 4:41 left in the second quarter. Pass up from Nayeli to Sierra. Sierra with her first goal of the game. Riot's third. Lethbridge coming back with it though. They get a shot, saved by Everly. Addie just pushes that back to Everly. Everly back over to Addie. They support pass across to Eva. Eva takes her time. Has Nayeli in front of her. They head towards the boards. Rattlers come out with it. Another pass in front. Shot goes high and wide. Lethbridge still with the ring. Another pass out front. Eva's going to be the first one there, though. Up to Leighton, gets past her. All right, Rattlers checked off there by Addie. Great check. Addie, long pass, up to Ava. Ava has Claire and Drew. Slides it into Claire off of a Rattler's skate. Who's going to come up with it? Claire does. Drops it for Ava, although I don't think Ava was ready for that. Rattlers pass in front. Georgia picks that up. Up to Ava, or in Ava's direction anyways. Drew with it. Drew dumps it into the corner down by us here. And by us, I guess I mean myself. Great check by Georgia. Rattlers keep the ring though. Nayeli with it, up to Lily. Gonna slide it ahead to Nayeli. Nayeli coming in. Takes a shot. Oh, the goalie gets a good piece of it, but makes its way through. So that'll be the fourth goal of the game for the Riot. Sometimes you have to just take a good hard shot at the net and see what happens. That'll be Nayeli's first goal of the game. 2:18 remaining in the second quarter. 4-2 for the Riot over the Rattlers. Rattlers got a pass in. Heads to the front. No shot there, though. Pass across. 2 on the shot clock. That'll be a shot clock violation. Goalie ring. Nice throw high up to Eva. She manages to stick that. Fights off of Rattler up to Claire. Claire back into Eva. Eva wants a shot. Not there. Heads behind the net. Comes back out front. Over to Sierra. Sierra with a backhand. Nice Keeley save. Great save. Claire coming in high. Oh, just about collided. Leighton takes a shot. That's saved, just under a minute to play in the second. There we go. Ring goes back on top of the net for a whistle. 52.5 left in the second. Oh, just about gets a pass to Claire. That would not be a class to pair. It would be a pass to Claire. See who comes out with that. The Rattlers do. Checked off. Yikes. All right, there's a pass from Claire up to Charlie. Although checked off her. Pressure put on her. Ring comes out. Claire with it. Claire is going to go off the boards up to Leighton. Leighton pass back across to Charlie. Doesn't quite make it to her. 3 seconds left in the second quarter. And that is the end of the second quarter. Half done. 4-2 for the Riots.
Game number 1? 2. Oh, 2. Yeah, we lost the first game 7-4. Yeah.
Why don't we just warm up in there? Just that one though.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, YouTube? Yeah. This is Olympic size, right? Yeah, it's 20 feet wide. This is real.
You're coming up.
This is real Olympic
That's so
size.
crazy, hey?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to quarter number 3. Another 10 minutes on the clock. What are we, just over a half an hour, 33 minutes in? If anything, we might see that fourth quarter shortened up a little bit, but time will tell. All right, Georgia clears that out to Nayeli. Nayeli leaves it for Ava. Ava heads behind the net. Has Drew out front. Leaves it for Nayeli. Nayeli with a shot goes wide. Ava there to pick up that loose ring. Back to Nayeli. Slides it in, not quite there. Oh, Ava's taking a tripping penalty once again. That will begin with 9:23 left in the third. Ring will come back down to this end. Rattlers out front. Drop there. Oh, boy. Nice, strong backhand. Pop that water bottle right off the net. You can see that play developing. Number 26 coming in high, and great pass by the Rattlers. Ava's penalty will end. 4-3 Riot. 9:10 to play in the third. That pass just gets past Claire. She does end up with the ring, though. Long pass down front to Lily. Great save by their goalie sliding across. That was a good attempt. All right, Rattlers back to the neutral zone. Back up to that number 26. Passes it in. 12 leaves it back for 26. Pass back out front. 8 on the shot clock. In front, tied up. Gets a shot that was blocked. Claire takes that ring away. Pass up to Sierra. She goes down. Must have landed on the ring. That is a Rattler ring. Get a change for both sides. 8:13 left in the third. Nayeli into Leighton. She heads in the front, out front. Takes a shot, saved. We got a 5 count. Just seeing 2 14B teams arrive, 2 Regina teams. So we're fortunate that in this tournament, there's 4 teams in our division. A Calgary team, a Beauview, a Medicine Hat host team, and the Lethbridge team. So at least we're playing 3 different teams. Nayeli in front. Weaves her way through to defender. Puts it up into the top corner. Her second goal of the game. Making the score 5-3 with 7:35 to play. All right, Cambry with that ring. Skates her way out of trouble, although pass up. Ends up on the Rattler stick. Long pass across off the boards. She'll be back to put some pressure on again this side. Number 8 trying to cut in front, nothing there. Leaves it for 7, checked off by Eva. Off goes Nayeli. Long pass off the boards. Kind of dies along the boards, starts to roll actually. Still in the neutral zone. We get a whistle. And that will be a Riot ring. No, sorry, Rattler ring. Georgia turns. Skates her way out, pass up to Drew. Drew, I think it went just over the blue line before it flew off her stick. That'll be a Rattler ring again, center ice. Pass into the corner. Nice check by Claire. Ava sends that ring flying. Claire gets taken down. She's back up though. Pass off the boards. Georgia keeping that to the outside. Left for 26 again. Can't cut in front. Addie did a good job pushing her out there. Claire up top. Pass back. They get a shot for a reset. Toss out to Georgia. Georgia up to Ava. She'll take a second. Pass ahead to Claire. Riot will make a change. Left for Nayeli. Hard to say why we had a reset there, but we'll take it. Pass in by The Rattlers is picked up by Saleha. Kept in the neutral zone. Up ahead to Nayeli. Nayeli pass in front, taken away by the Rattlers. Nayeli tries to lead Sierra, but it's a little too far. Rattlers bring it back. 26, this time she gets a cut in front. Gets a backhand, saved by Everly. Toss out to Saleha. Saleha turns. Support behind the net, over to Cambry. She gets it up to Nayeli. Nayeli leaves it ahead for Sierra. Sierra in front. Leaves it for Nayeli. Nayeli with a shot goes wide or high. Shot clock goes off. Well, not accidentally. It just wasn't reset, so the Rattlers will maintain possession. They'll just have the ring at center. .348, left in the third quarter. 5-3 Riot. Rattlers get a pass in. Addie takes that away. Off the boards to Layton. Layton back to Addie. She heads to the net. Checked off her. Layton with the loose ring. Ref calling for a reset, as it should be. Riot loses the ring. Picked up by Eva, though. Eva just feeds it back in the neutral zone. Layton's there. She waits a second. Long pass the other way, back to Eva. Eva past two defenders. Around the other two, gets a shot. Nicely done. Goal number 6 for the Riot. First goal of the game for Eva. She had to work her way around a few defenders to get close to the net for that shot. 2:53 left in the third. Ava just about got that away from them. Great pressure, though. Georgia there fighting for it. Georgia comes away with it. Up to Drew. Drew to Nayeli. Goes off a Lethbridge skate, though. Well, I thought it went off the Lethbridge skate, but they're saying it went off. Oh, no, wait a second. It is a Riot ring. Touched on both sides by Lethbridge. Pass over to Ava. Tries to drop it back to Nayeli. Doesn't quite make it there. Foot on that, or skate on the ring. That will be a Riot ring. Ava with a long pass across to Nayeli. Great pickup. Tries to pass it back. Blocked by the Rattlers. Ooh, Ava close to an interference there. Nayeli's shot goes high or wide. It's hard to tell from down here sometimes. Into the neutral zone. Picked up by Saleha. Up to Nayeli. One to get around. She does. Gets a shot off. Save made. Throws that ring high. Cambry with it. Circling around, loses her edge, goes down. Rattlers bring it out. All right, that Rattler pass left, picked up by Saleha, though. Claire leads Sierra just a little too far. Goalie picks it up. She throws it high. Rattlers pass it out. Didn't connect on that pass. Claire back to Sierra. Waiting for somebody. Just puts it on net. Riot will cover. Rattlers with it though. Long pass. Our corner here. All right, 26 tries to shovel it back to 8. Taken away by our number 8, Charlie Pro. Sierra battling along the boards. Rattlers with that ring. Cut in front, looking for a backhand, goes wide. 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. She's gonna try again, this time to her forehand, blocked in front. Six on the clock. Now we'll end the third quarter. Riot up by 3 goals, 6-3. One more little break, and then we'll begin the fourth. We'll see how much time they put on the clock for the last. Might be 10, might be slightly shorter, we'll see. And I have been told that this rink is an Olympic-sized rink, unlike the current Olympic-sized rink, which apparently is a few feet shorter than this. Okay, the ref wants to get this game going. Places to be, things to do. The big city of Medicine Hat. I guess the nice thing about the quarters is you get to sort of see them switch sides twice as many times. Cambry tries to get that pass in to Eva, doesn't quite make it there. Or to Nayeli, sorry, didn't quite make it there. Touched on both sides, almost touched on both sides by Leighton. She waits for it, whistle goes. That will be a Rattler ring. All right, Cambry had that ring. Pass up to Leighton. Taken away, but she's back there to take it away from the Rattlers. Back to Leighton, off her stick again. Picked up by Nayeli. Nayeli weaving through. Backhand goes wide. And they did have 10 on the clock for the fourth, so we're gonna get a full 10 minutes in. Unless we end up with some run time somewhere near the end. Claire slides a pass up to Ava. Ava back to up to Charlie. Charlie has Claire in front. Ava with her as well. Drops it for Ava. Off her stick. She picks it up though. Cuts through. That's a goal. Great forehand shot over the shoulder of the goalie. Nicely done, Ava Morris. That is her second goal of the game. The Riot's 7th. Score is now 7-3 with 8:39 left in the game. Ooh, got a penalty coming. I'm going to say a boarding call. Yes, it is. Boarding Ava Morris at 8:27 left in the game. We'll call it an accidental boarding. Certainly not intentional. Ava would never do such a thing. All right, that'll give the Rattlers the ring down on the right end. Everly with that save. Leaves it for Claire. Claire turns, tries to lead Eva. Eva not quite there. Just a little too far for her. It's a good idea to try and get the play going the other direction, but all right, Claire gets that check there. This time she's going to just dump it. Down to the corner. And Lethbridge picks it up, and they're away. Off the boards. Ends up with Eva, though. Eva, pass up to Drew. A little too far for Drew. Minute to play on Ava's penalty. Rattlers dump it in front. Picked up by Eva. Eva up to Sierra. Sierra into this corner. She's going to fight for it. Nicely done, Sierra. Backhand out front to Nayeli. Shot deflected. Sierra ends up with that loose ring. Georgia with them as well, as we are one short at the moment. Nayeli slides it back to Sierra. Doesn't quite connect. Great idea, though. Rolling ring picked up by Nayeli. Nice lead pass to Sierra. Sierra in with the shot. Saved. That'll bring an end to the penalty for the Riot. Ava makes her way out of the box. Ring pushed back into the Lethbridge zone, though. Cambry with it. One to beat. Oh, just about gets it on the far side. Rattlers bring it out. Penalty coming to the Riots. Oh, off the post. Lily with that ring, slow whistle. Cambry Sandomierski will begin her 2-minute penalty at 5:46 left in the game. A hooking penalty. Stick kind of got stuck in there and took the Rattler down. All right, score 7-3 for the Riot. Rattler player goes down, ring comes out, picked up by Everly. Over to Eva. Oh, sorry, Addie. Addie with the ring. Up to Claire. Claire leaves it for Eva. No shot there. She'll head behind the net. Eva looking for a shot. She gets one. Saved, rebound there, picked up by the Rattlers. Lily putting pressure on. Oh boy. Rattlers get it out. Slide it ahead. Tries to get through the defenders. Just barely gets a shot off. Everly picks that up. Out to Claire. Claire protecting that ring. Loses it. Just about gets it back. Ring sitting in front. Picked up by Nayeli. Up to Charlie. Charlie waits. Has Nayeli coming back with her. Rattlers bring it out. Georgia breaks up that pass. Checked away by Nayeli. Rattlers shuffle in front. Tied up there. Goalie ring. Everly out wide to Ava. Or, pardon me, Saleya. Cambry's out of the box. Charlie with it. Pass up to Georgia a little too far. Georgia takes it away. Comes out front looking for a shot. Gets a shot. Kick save. Pass in front. Pressure by Georgia. Lethbridge doesn't connect. Claire passes that back to Georgia behind the net. Georgia off the boards. Up to Ava. Off her stick. She gets it ahead. She's the one who put it in, so she had to just wait a second. Lethbridge with it, gets it into the neutral zone. Picked up quickly by Eva, though. Passed down to Leighton. Leighton drop pass over to Ava. Ava, no shot there, heads behind the net. Pass over to Claire. Claire with a shot, nice big save. Could hear that one. Rattlers sport pass behind the net. They get it out into the neutral zone. Pass ahead to number 8. Takes a shot. Saved by Everly. Ring pops out. Crease violation. That will be a Rattlers ring. With 2:12 left to play in the game. 7-3 for the Riot. Number 8 drops it for 23. 23 kicks or pad save by Everly. Drops it again. This time picked up by Eva. Yes, she does. Had to wait to see if she actually had it. Up to Sierra. Sierra loses it, but the ring's still loose. Rattlers with it. In front, backhand goes high. Loose ring picked up by the Rattlers. Minute and a half to play. Big shot by the Rattlers. Get a reset. Cambry up to Drew. Back to Cambry. They'll set up. Under a minute to play. 4. Oh, yes. There's definitely 4 of them in. 4 in for the Riot. Cambry was just skating to kill some time. Not sure who the 4th was that came in. I didn't quite see that part. .52.4 seconds, 7-3 Riot. Shot goes wide. Addy there defending with Nayeli. Pass goes across front. Saleya gets a piece of that. Rattlers with the ring though. Shot goes wide. 4 on the shot clock. Reset as Riot pick it up. 22 seconds to play. They could just stay down that end and skate it, but pass up to the neutral zone to Lily. That pass picked up by the Rattlers. Charlie with it, leaves it for Nayeli. 2 seconds. So the first game of the tournament ends 7-3. Next game is at 7 o'clock Medicine Hat time, so that'll be 8 o'clock in Regina. Not sure whether it's Calgary or Medicine Hat next. We were watching those teams play this morning, and definitely tougher teams than what this Lethbridge team was. So we'll see how they do against them. See you at the next one.